Good morning and welcome to the Travel Pulse. I'm your host, Anna Hoy, and this is the show for travel enthusiasts where we speak to industry leaders in order to inspire and inform you about travel news, travel destinations, and travel deals. So today my guest is Adriene Xerri from Pleasant Holidays. She's my Pleasant Holiday Insider. Welcome, Adriene.
Good morning, everybody.
How are you doing this morning? I see you have your coffee.
I had my coffee, and it was in a Hawaiian Starbucks, actually.
Oh, nice. Nice thing.
But I had to get geared up for this.
Yeah, I've had 2 cups today, so I think
well, that's a big mug. I'll count that as 2.
I know. I got to have my coffee. That's the way I start my day.
100%. Me too.
100%. Well, I'm so glad you came on this morning, and I wanted to just take a few minutes and talk a little bit about the Pleasant Holiday difference. I know that you guys are the Hawaii experts, and you have been for many years. I believe it's 60 plus years now.
61 years this year.
Wow, 61. That is amazing. And you've been voted best tour operators many years in a row. In fact, the last 2 years in a row.
Actually, I think this year was 13.
In a row?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I had my info wrong.
About that. Yeah, best tour for Hawaii. Yes, definitely. It's where we started 61 years ago when they were flying DC-3s, and it took like 8 or 9 hours from Los Angeles to get there.
Oh, yeah, did it originally?
Right,
and now what is it, 5 hours to get from LA to?
5 hours. In the winter can be a little bit longer with the headwinds, but typically, yeah.
Well, that's a nice accolade for 13 years. I must admit that means you're doing something right.
Well, it is our bread and butter, and we love the destination. Our roots started there, and it extends to every product we sell now.
Yeah,
definitely.
That's exciting. And I know that you guys have a best price guarantee, and not a lot of tour operators have that. So tell me a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so if, we definitely want to be the leader out there with sending folks to Hawaii. And if you should find a lower price after, Anna, you have booked it with us, we will definitely try to price match that. And we do that across the board with online agencies, other tour operators. So just want your customers to feel confident that your travel advisor, Anna, definitely can get the best deals. And in fact, many times it's a better deal than you're going to find online. I think online shopping can be overwhelming. There's so much information.
Yeah,
and you don't necessarily know if you're getting the best deal. It may look like it, but if you're going through a professional travel advisor who's coming to us, who knows the islands, we're not going to steer you wrong with, it could be a nuance of the category of room that you're getting, and that could result in a difference in price, but we can get to the bottom of it. And if it is the same, definitely we'll do our best to match it.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's one of the reasons I like working with your company, is because you guys are the destination experts. There's so many destinations, and as a travel advisor, I can't be the expert on all the destinations, but Pleasant Holiday is the expert. And so that is one of the reasons that I love to work with your company. Another one is your customer service. I think I mentioned to you previously that I had a customer call me. He wanted to plan a vacation for, of all people, his caretaker. And he wanted her to have a VIP experience to Hawaii. So he wanted to arrange special transportation to pick her up from the airport and take her to the resort. He wanted a lay greeting upon arrival, all the stops for their vacation. And it was really easy to put all the pieces of the puzzle together for my customer, who is an older gentleman who isn't going to go online and spend time looking, who understands the value of working with a travel agent and working with a top tour company like yours. So I just wanted to tell you that I personally experienced some great customer service. So now, is that one of the areas that you guys focus on, is your service? Is that why you're a leader?
Our reservations team, they go through a rigorous training, and pretty much if they don't pass every test with 100%, they don't make the cut. So they are all trained first in Hawaii, and they are then trained in other destinations once they master Hawaii. We send them out to the islands every year, groups of them, so they can see firsthand the hotels, because a huge part, I think, of getting a perfect trip for your customer is knowing what they like. You need to put them in the right property. If you sell to somebody based on price, sure, we can get you the lowest price out there, but when they get there, they may be completely unhappy. So it's all about knowing what the customer likes, where they normally stay when they travel, so we can match them to the perfect resort for their needs. And So the customer service side, in terms of our res team, is second to none. But also, you know, there's a customer service side if something does go wrong in the booking. And I will tell you, in this day of this pandemic, these poor folks have been working 7 days a week
I can
trying
imagine.
to. We have actually had to change since April 1, 22,000 bookings. So if you
Wow.
can imagine how busy these folks are and doing it with a smile, trying to find the best resolution, whether it's rebooking for a later date or what have you. Yeah, they're doing it. I mean, I'm so proud of being part of this company because of it.
Oh, that's exciting to hear because yes, I've had customers that I've had to help them navigate the current situation, and it's not easy. And you know, if they call their self, they're waiting on hold for hours. So having you
Exactly.
know, a resource to go to resolve everything for them is so necessary, especially right now.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, the value of you folks as travel advisors, I think, is really coming to light throughout this because, like you just said, people that have booked on their own trying to call and wait on hold several hours, they don't know what's happening. Whereas you folks, you know, you'll persevere, you'll get through, and you'll make it happen. So
yeah.
definitely, definitely important to use a travel advisor.
Absolutely. And now I know, or I understand that you guys have some exclusive agreements with some hotels in
We do,
Hawaii.
and it is fabulous. So in Hawaii, we have hotels on 4 islands that we have exclusive offers with, and per our contract, nobody can have a lower rate than us. This
Ooh,
offer is only available through Pleasant or our sister brand Journeys, which is our luxury division. We both have the same offers, but I'll just run through them very quickly. So on Oahu, it's at the Westin Moana Surf Rider, which is the first hotel ever built in Oahu. It is one of my favorites. There's rocking chairs on the front porch of the hotel. You can just sit and watch the world go by. But at all these properties I'm going to speak about, our rate is reduced by about 40% based over what you would see if you went online. And we include extras. And at the Moana, what we include is access to the Moana Beach Club, which is our concierge lounge. So it offers them breakfast every morning, afternoon juices, and in the evening, complimentary beer, wine, and appetizers, or pupus, as they call them in Hawaii, from 5 to 8. So I feel this is the closest you're going to get to an all-inclusive experience in Hawaii, because there are no all-inclusives in Hawaii. But you can definitely make a breakfast and a dinner out of the spread of food they put out. You know, in the evening, they always have like chips, salsa, guacamole, cheese, crackers, nuts, but then they also have at least 2 to 3 hot items. It could be coconut shrimp, it could be meatballs. Everything was fabulous. And the lounge has both indoor and outdoor seating. It's like a living room inside, but it's a large lounge. So it's a really nice way to kick off the evening. But again, you can make your meal out of it. So that's Oahu.
that
And
sounds
then
very inviting.
it is the best. And then on Maui, it's a beautiful, we have 2 on Maui, Sheraton Maui, which is on the Kaanapali side. They offer a daily $30 per day resort credit and along with the reduced rate. And they are also waiving the charge for the third person in a room. So if you have a family, 2 adults and a child, or maybe an older child that's above the child age, they stay complimentary in the room. Across the other side of Maui is the Grand Wailea, and we give them the reduced rate along with $15 per day food and beverage credit. Moving over to Kauai, it's the Kauai Marriott, and we give them up to $100 food and beverage credit during their stay. And that's if they stay 7 nights and the reduced rate. And so, as you can see, these are really nice high-end properties, but you're getting a great rate. I often ask by travel agents, how are you offering these properties at this rate? And it's because of our agreement. We own a block of rooms, so we've committed and bought a block of rooms at these hotels 365 days a year. So we want to fill these rooms because we've already bought them.
Yes, that's
They're
amazing.
really all of some of my favorite properties on the island. So you will never go wrong staying at any of those resorts.
That's fabulous. Thank
And
you for
spa, I
sharing
forgot
that.
also, at all of them, 15% off the spa. So
Ooh, extra perks and extra perks and
extra,
extra perks, right?
yeah, yeah. So that is something we really, and we're all constantly looking to add more hotels to that program, but at least we've got the islands covered for the most part. So that is a really nice feather in our cap that we've got.
That's awesome. And I know you used to be Pleasant Hawaiian, and that was your focus, and now you're Pleasant Holidays. So you focus on more than just Hawaii.
Yeah, it's almost easier now, I say, to tell what we do not sell because we started with Hawaii and then went into Mexico. Now we've got pretty much all of Europe, the Caribbean, Tahiti, Fiji, Cook Islands, you know, Australia, New Zealand. Our latest additions have been the Maldives through Journeys, Abu Dhabi, and Dubai. So really, we've got the world covered, and it's all similar in terms of how you experience booking with Pleasant Holidays for Hawaii. We do the same thing worldwide. We can arrange your air, your hotels, sightseeing within a destination, of course, your transportation. If you don't need air through us, maybe you already have miles you want to use, that's fine. We can just do the land portion. And the only destination we do offer an escorted holiday in, I'll just throw it in, is Costa Rica. We do have 4 escorted tours in Costa Rica.
Oh, wow. So yeah, you definitely have something for everybody, right?
We do. So when you guys are ready to get out there and start traveling again, and a huge part I didn't mention is our U.S. Cities product, which with everything going on, we really feel people are going to first want to venture out either self-drive trips in the U.S. or even flying to destinations in Hawaii. So we've got the whole U.S. covered as well too.
Yeah, I'm hearing that as well. That they've what I'm hearing and reading about is that they believe road trips are going to come back first.
Yeah.
And so people are going to be getting their cars and driving to destinations. And I think I was just looking at going out to Las Vegas and didn't realize that you guys do have,
We do.
you do cover Las Vegas, you cover New Orleans, you cover Niagara Falls. So all of the,
both Niagara Falls on the Canada side and the U.S. side. We even have Savannah. You know, we started with the West Coast. Basically for the Hawaiians that wanted to come to the mainland. So we have hotels, basically, we started from San Francisco down to San Diego. That's been extended. We have Oregon, we have Seattle, Washington, all of Canada, East Coast to West Coast. You know, and the US has such beautiful places to see. So if people want to just stay closer to home this year, oh my goodness, we can help them with that.
yeah, my husband and I were looking on taking a road trip, and we were realizing that so many places here in California we've lived our whole life that we haven't gone to. So we're like, hey, we need to explore a little bit, expand our horizons.
We're so lucky that we live in a state, I've often said this to my husband, we live in a state that people come to go on vacation. I mean, I live not far from Huntington Beach, and on the weekends it's packed. And you're thinking, these people, a lot of them are here as tourists, and we live, 15 minutes away. So it's interesting when you appreciate what you've got. I mean, even going into the Midwest, I had the opportunity over last summer to go on Victory Cruise Line.
Oops, I can't hear you.
Oh, Victory Cruise Lines.
Oh, there you go.
I had the opportunity of going on that last summer. She sells the Great Lakes from Toronto, Canada, down to Chicago.
Oh, wow.
Every Great Lake. And it is a fantastic experience. It only holds 200 passengers. So again, if people are not wanting to be in larger crowds, this is a good option for them. And you just go to some of the most unique places, and selling the Great Lakes it's beautiful. You'd swear you're on an ocean.
Yeah, I would love to do that. And now I understand that you guys even are able to sell cruises.
We work with 17 cruise lines. Victory, as I spoke to you, if you're interested in more American history, we have American Queen that goes up and down the Mississippi rivers, also the Columbia and Snake rivers. And we also have American Cruise Line doing similar itineraries. So an American Queen is going to actually have a ship in Alaska starting next season.
Oh,
so
wow.
A lot of availability, even locally, to go, and you just fly to like New Orleans to get on the American Queen. And so it's an easy vacation.
Yeah, that's amazing. So
cruise lines, NCL, we sell cruises in Tahiti, cruises in Fiji. So if you're a cruiser, we even have a freighter that goes from Tahiti to the Marquesas Islands for 13 nights, and you're actually on a working freighter. So
whoa, I had no idea.
Geographic-esque, you're less important than the cargo, because every day they are delivering, things to these islands that they don't see. The ship comes every 2 weeks, and they rely on it for we were bringing motorcycles, we were bringing bags of cement to islands. It was so unique.
Yeah, that is amazing.
Yeah.
I think that I can tell you love what you do.
Yeah, well, you get to see the world. It's so unique. You just got to appreciate every opportunity to see something you wouldn't have otherwise seen.
Yeah.
So my motto is my bags are always packed, and they are packed now. I have a carry-on that's always ready to go. I'm itching to go. I'm really itching to go right now. So I'm hoping.
Yeah,
soon.
absolutely. Yeah. So speaking of that, are there any updated protocols or any updates on travel restrictions specifically to Hawaii?
So yes, so right now we're waiting for an announcement. Right now, if anyone going to Hawaii must quarantine in their room for 14 days or the length of their trip, and that's through June 30th. We are hearing rumors, though, that the governor is going to extend that, and we are anxiously waiting. We actually, on our website for travel agents, have links to all the different destinations we sell, what their governments are saying, so you can very easily see. We also have links to all the airlines, so you as a travel advisor can see what the rules are. But again, we are just waiting. We do have offices in Hawaii, so they are at the heartbeat of all that's going on. So we're in constant contact with them to hear if they're hearing anything different. Because, sometimes it takes us a while to hear. I'm actually in contact with my accounts out there, and they've given me some insider tips too. So I in my heart, I think they are going to extend it maybe through July. They're just being very cautious. They don't have a lot of cases of COVID out there, and they're trying to keep it that way. They're actually not even flying interisland flights right now. So, and anyone that goes there, honestly, this is not the time to go. Even on their website, it says, please don't come, which is huge for a state to say. But they have a log of all the visitors arriving, and they will contact you just to make sure you're in your room. And hotels have been instructed to make the room key such that if they leave the room, the key deactivates, so they'll know they've left the room. So it is serious. So you don't want to go. I mean, why would you want to go and just be quarantined to your room?
Right.
So give it a month. It might be only a month, and it'll be fabulous because, it's not going to be that crowded. So.
Yeah, so it's better to just be cautious than put yourself at risk. So I think that's what they're doing.
I go there and not be able to see anything. A lot of no activities, I think, are even operating at this point. And a huge part of Hawaii, you talked earlier about bundling things. So we can gladly arrange your air. Definitely, the lay greeting is so important. I mean, I often fly to Hawaii for work, so I don't get a lay greeting, and I still always miss it. I watch everyone like, oh, I didn't get the flowers. So
it's a nice touch, isn't it? It's just a nice touch.
Go to Hawaii and not have a lay greeting when you land. And then if you want to do activities, we have over 900 activities we offer in Hawaii alone, whether it be helicopter tours on Kauai or flying over the lava flow on the Big Island, to luau's, which we'll see how they handle luau's going forward. Water, all kinds of water things to do. So many activities, when it's busy, can sell out. So if you have your heart set on doing something, I would really highly recommend pre-book it. Anna can pre-book it for them as part of their package. They'll have a set time to go, and they are confirmed, because we do have things that sell out, and then people get there and you're only there for a week, and if it's sold out, you don't get a chance to experience it.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you shared that with me, because I know that people that I know that are interested in going to Hawaii are they're being optimistic, but also, waiting to hear when is it safe to travel. So since it's so fluid right now, we're going to kind of have to wait until we get updates as they come.
I think we'll hear something this week, and then hopefully that'll be the last of the extensions. But we are just working diligently with everybody that may have bookings for, we're still working on people for June at this point, because we're open as when we open. So we're getting people to rebook if they can, because this is not going to last forever, and people are really anxious, I think, to get out there.
Yeah. And are you finding, like I am, that people are looking ahead, that they are thinking about 2021 travelers?
So I will say, for our company, our 2021 sales, when we compare it to same time last year for, going into this year, are way ahead, double digits. So we are definitely seeing people either booking new or rebooking their trip from this year for next year. So they are definitely still going. But I will say I received quite a bit of bookings just this week or last week for July and August travel this year. So I've got one.
Nice. So
I think once we start, now that things are starting to open up a bit, I think people are more willing to look to travel. And, we just, like I said, our website is a huge resource for you folks to know what's going on out there in all the different destinations. I know Mexico is opening up this week, many resorts.
Yeah.
So it's time. People are going to start going.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, is there anything else that you wanted to share with us today?
The only thing I would say, going back to, the U.S. cities, because that is definitely something that's open. Right now we have an offer. We're offering a 3-day complimentary car rental as part of our U.S. cities package. So if you wanted to do a fly drive and not take your car, you could even do it that way, or in destination, wherever you go, 3-day complimentary car. And really important, we do not have any change or cancel fees on our mainland U.S. cities product. So we abide by whatever the hotel's cancel fee is. So if you're going to a hotel, I don't know, let's say in Nashville, and their cancel fee is you can cancel with no charge up to 3 days out, we abide by that. So if you should have to cancel outside of 3 days, you're not going to get charged anything. So there's no risk.
Good to know. Yeah.
It is. It really makes booking with us easier. We do have really great rates, and we do sell sightseeing in U.S. cities as well. It's not as extensive as we have in Hawaii, but we do have a lot of sightseeing tours in different cities.
Wow, thank you so much. This has been really informative. There was a lot of things that I was aware of and a lot of things that I wasn't. So
it is so nice to actually be speaking to somebody instead of sitting in my office alone for all these months. I feel a little normal again, so I think I needed this more than you guys did. So
Well, no, I appreciate you so much coming on and sharing all that information, Adriene. So again, this has been the Travel Pulse. Thank you so much for watching. Tune in next week for another episode. And if we've inspired you today, you can find me on Facebook at Vacations by Anna or on Instagram at Vacation by Anna. So thank you for watching today. Adriene, again, thank you so much for coming on. It was really informative and inspiring. And we will talk to you soon.
All right. Aloha, everybody.
Aloha.